Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Boy, I'm sorry you guys, I've been gone for a little minute. I've been really busy with work and everything and stuff going on in the life, and I'm sorry about that. I know a lot of people, well, probably not a lot. I know a few people were concerned or whatnot, but I'm doing okay, and I'm back, and I'm gonna be cranking out the videos again, so I'm sorry about all that. But today I'm going to be making some homemade buttermilk biscuits, country style, with some good old country sausage gravy. So let's get started. We're gonna get started with 4 cups of self-rising flour. Ain't my channel if I ain't making a mess. The reason I use self-rising because it already has the baking powder in it. But if you don't have self-rising and all you have is all-purpose, you can go with that. Just add about a teaspoon of baking powder and you'll be fine. The self-rising just makes it a little easier. So I'm gonna get 4 cups. And it's gonna make quite a few biscuits. And if you don't need to make that many, just cut this recipe in half and go with 2 cups. Okay. Set that to the side. Oh, also, to make a good biscuit, you gotta make sure your ingredients are cold. I had my flour and everything in the freezer, made it good and cold. Okay, and then we're gonna use a whole stick of butter and cut it into pieces and make sure it's cold also. Here so you guys can see. Get your stick and cut it up into pieces and throw it on in there. And try to work a little fast so the stuff don't warm up while you cutting and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to do this quick. It's been a while since I made biscuits, but I still remember how to do it. It's not that hard. You really can't mess them up. Just make sure it's cold and you can do whatever you like to it. And I also got a little melted butter off to the side to top the biscuits with once they're made. So make sure you have that together or that ready. Okay, that's all that. And now, to make it even more rich, I got a block of cream cheese, the plain one. Add that to it. That'll help richen it up and help to stay moist while it's cooking. And you can use whatever kind you like. Like I used like the onion and chive kind before, and that was really good to give the biscuits more of a oomph, a different flavor. But since I'm making sausage gravy, I just got plain cream cheese to go with it, and I'll probably add some parsley to it. But if you want, you could add like shredded cheese to it. That'd be good. But since I'm making a gravy, I'm not adding any shredded cheese. You know, like cheddar or nothing like that. But feel free to do it. You know, I'm just showing you the basics, and you could change it up however you like. Squeeze it in there. trying to get all of y'all. I'm sorry. I think that's good enough. Okay. Got cream cheese, now butter. So now it's time for the buttermilk. Oh, before I add the buttermilk, let me put some parsley in. Sprinkle in some. Let's give it some color. Then I'm gonna add some garlic powder to it to bump up the flavor. And some pepper. Fresh cracked pepper. However much you like. And some salt. Sprinkle in some salt. You want to flavor your biscuits too. Okay. And now we're gonna go in with some buttermilk. There we go. I use 1.5 cups. That's a cup. And a half. Okay, and this is where we get messy. I'm gonna use our hands to mix this. If you're squeamish, use a spoon, but I recommend a hand. Plus, on top of that, you want to smush the butter and cream cheese till it crumbles, till the dough resembles coarse crumbs. So it's best to use your hand for it. Oops. Dang, I was making a dang on mess. I'm sorry. Normally I use 2 hands, but I'm trying to keep one free. Get a little bit more buttermilk poured in there. So I'm gonna pour another 1/2 cup in. And just keep adding a little at a time until you get to the right texture. Plus this, okay, I'm about to go ahead and use 2 hands. Plus we want this dough, we want this dough more on the wet side. So that ensures a nice moist biscuit. So if you add a little too much, that's just fine. Add a little bit more. Plus you don't want to knead this too much either, because that can make for a tough biscuit. A little bit more. Make sure it's good and moist. We are actually good right here. Try not to mess with the dough too much, like I said. Okay. I'll clean my hands off. Okay. So now let's set this to the side. You know this tablecloth I always get from Dollar Tree. So we're gonna sprinkle some flour down here. Okay, I'll plop this down. Cody, get out of here. Don't. Dog came walking in like he allowed him to catch you on the cookie. Sprinkle some flour on top. And get your rolling pin out. Put a little flour on there. Just press it out. Rub it out. You want to do it around an inch thick. Some more flour in here. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if you guys can see it good. Alright. And then get your biscuit cutter. And if you don't have one, use a cup, I guess. But I never had any luck with a cup before. But I hear people say that's what they be using sometimes. But just go to Walmart and get your biscuit cutter. They're like 98 cents. You can afford it. Press down. Oh yeah, and I got a pan here. Get this flour out the way so you guys can see. Got a pan here that I sprayed with some olive oil cooking spray. Biscuits not stick. And try not to twist too much, or at all, really. Oops. And put the biscuits all by each other. That's all I'm able to fit on this one pan, but I was able to pull out 6 on there. Look at that. Okay. I guess I put the rest on another pan. Right. Let's go ahead and get another pan. Hey you guys, I was able to pull 2 more biscuits out of that little batch, and now what we have left, we just put it all together. Make some more biscuits. I could use my rolling pin, but I think I could just flatten this out with my hands. I probably should use my rolling pin. It's just like a stick. batch might be a little ugly, but it's fine. Cause that's not the one y'all gonna see. Y'all see the pretty batch I did no aluminum pan. Okay, I'm done with that. Alright, you guys, that's my batch right there. And what we're going to do now is brush some melted butter on top. And we got the oven preheated at 450. We're going to let these bad boys sit in there probably about 18 minutes until they're golden brown. Let's just keep an eye on them. And if you like your biscuits darker, then go longer. But it's usually done about 18 minutes. Depending on how hot your oven is, your environment, all that good stuff. You know how ovens do. We're gonna brush it once here, and once it's done, we'll probably brush it again. Well, ain't no probably, we will brush it again. It's no probably, but that's how they looking now. So I'm about to throw these bad boys in the oven, and I'm about to get started on the sausage gravy to go with them. Okay. Got my breakfast sausage right here. I just used 1 tube of the Jimmy Dean. I just used 1 tube of the Jimmy Dean. Right there. Got that. Go whatever kind you like. And all you gotta do is crumble and brown it for now, which all you guys know how to do by now, I hope. Just brown it up, and once it's brown, we'll start on the gravy part. Alright? Alright, y'all, my gravy is all, well, not gravy, my sausage, it is all cooked up. Let me see if I can show you guys. But my gravy, I keep saying gravy. My sausage didn't really render out any fat. You can see it ain't really nothing in there. So I'm going to add some olive oil. So I need some fat. Probably about a 1/4 cup. You need fat in order to make gravy. Okay. Now I'll sprinkle in a little bit of regular flour, all-purpose. Sprinkle in about the same amount of oil you put in. So I put in like a 1/4 cup, so sprinkle in around the same amount. Try to keep those even. Give that a stir. You want the raw flour taste to cook out, so cook it for a sec. Good. Around 30 seconds is fine. And I could go ahead and season it now. So let's go ahead and season it. Grab my seasoning. I'm doing this with one hand, you guys. Bear with me. Garlic powder. How about a teaspoon's worth? Okay. Some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. You know I use that all the time. That's our salt element. And you want to salt it pretty good, because once this water get in there, it's, well, milk, my bad. Once the milk get in there, it's diluted. And where's my ground pepper? Hold on. Okay, some ground pepper. Now normally I use a fresh ground, but I just want to hurry up and get this over with. I just gotta be honest. I want to relax and have me a drink. I'm off work today. And I got another video to do also, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that today also. I relax a bit. Okay, that's good. And now let's pour some milk in there. Pour however much you want. That'll match how much of a gravy you want. And when that comes back to a boil, it'll thicken up and it'll be ready. After you taste it for seasoning. Oops. Don't mind that spot right there. I was making something else earlier. I know how it is. I'm gonna definitely clean up after I'm done. I think I need to add a little bit more. And use whatever kind of milk you like. Soy milk, almond milk, regular milk, whatever. It's all the same. Well, not the same, but it's all it all make gravy. I lost my train of thought. I probably thought I'm crazy. Alright, I'll show you once it comes back up to a boil. Okay, y'all. It's up to a boil, and that is how it's looking. If you want it thicker, then add more flour, make it thicker. I think this is perfect for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. It's just ready. And then this is the point where you taste it for seasoning. Let's see. Definitely need some more seasoning. It's a little low on the salt. Taste it again. Yeah. So make sure you season it well. I ain't gotta show you guys me seasoning it, but this is the point where you check for flavor. And now I'm about to move on and check on these biscuits. Okay, you guys, here are my biscuits fresh out of the oven. I like the nice rustic look that they got. And this is the underside, golden brown. And if you want to go longer, then have at it. Just make sure you don't burn the bottom. And we'll put another coat of butter on top. I put a coat on it while it was cooking. And now I'm about to put another coat on. Oh, they look delish. My gravy is ready, so I'm about to go ahead and plate. They are definitely ready. Nice rustic country biscuits. Ain't nothing better. Alright, so let's go ahead and plate, you guys. Alright, you guys, I got my biscuits on my little black plate right here. Now let's get the gravy on there. I'm end up melting this, but it's okay. Put the gravy on top. Look at that. Don't it look good? It droop off to the side a bit. Nice little aesthetic. There you go. Alright, you guys. That's the end of my video. I'm glad you guys stuck around with me. Sorry I've been gone for a minute. Please forgive me for that. But I'm coming back, y'all. But that's my good old country homemade buttermilk biscuits and sausage gravy. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.